Hi, my name is Jasmine Mays, and this is my research question video. I'm just going to show you guys where I'm pulling my information from. This is a book by Karen Armstrong called Buddha. This is a really good read if you're interested in learning more about Buddhism. It's very to the point, and it gives a lot of information. Another book that I read was Four Wise Men, which is the lives and teachings of Confucius, Buddha, Jesus, and Muhammad. It's by Mark W. Muse. And finally, the main source of my information is the Invitation to World Religions, 3rd edition textbook, which is from a religion course that I took a few semesters back. I did question number 7, which is on Buddhism, if you couldn't guess that by all the stuff I just showed you. The question said, describe how Buddhism spread to become a worldwide religion since its origin and how it is widely practiced today, or how widely it is practiced today, excuse me. I said, as we know from our reading on the Buddha and the PowerPoint on Buddhism, Buddhism began about 2,500 years ago in India. After India, Buddhism spread throughout the world in 3 phases. The best way, I think, to describe how Buddhism spread is to compare Buddha to Jesus, because they in a similar way, they have disciples that go out and spread their message. Just before Jesus ascended into heaven, he tasked his disciples to go forth and spread his teachings throughout the world to the ends of the earth. And the Great Commission, essentially. And so, similarly, Buddha, his followers, his disciples, for him, he gave them the Eightfold Path and the Four Noble Truths. And that was their way of life that they went on, and they also spread that and taught that to other people. And so that's how Buddhism spread. So, the first transmission was the Southern Transmission. And during this transmission, Buddhism made its way to Sri Lanka and Southeast Asia. The time frame was about 250 to 210 BCE, and King Asoka was the ruler in India. It was actually his son that went out to Sri Lanka and converted the king to Buddhism. Just fun fact. The next transmission was the Northern Transmission, and this brought Buddhism to Eastern and Central Asia, as well as into a little bit of the Middle East. Not much later, around the same time period, we're looking at 272 to 231 BCE. King Asoka was still ruling in India, and he had actually sent missionaries to places like Tibet, Afghanistan, and Vietnam to form Buddhist communities. Buddhism also made its way to China during this time by way of the Silk Road, which would often be traveled by different monks and missionaries. And they would be able to teach along the way, and that really helped to reach a lot of other regions in Asia. So much later came the 3rd transmission, which is the Western Transmission. We're looking at about 1843 to 1922, so we've moved up to the colonial period. And this happened by way of a man who was the British colonial administrator. His name was T.W. Rhys Davids. He was introduced to Buddhist teachings in Sri Lanka, and he brought them back with him to Europe. And like I said, this is during the colonization period, so they were in the process of colonizing America. So through Europe, Buddhism was able to make its way into the Americas. And that is where we are. So Buddhism today, as the PowerPoint said, there are 500 million people in the world who practice Buddhism. So it is very popular even to this day. I will say that things look a little different now. Buddhism is very accessible. The teachings, the Dharma is available via podcasts. There's apps that exist to help with meditation. You can learn different sutras and mantras, which makes it very accessible to a lot more people. And I think that helps with, as widely as it is practiced today, it's because it's so accessible to us now. And things do look a little bit different. Some people aren't full-on Buddhists. And some people, you know, live by Buddhist teachings and they don't even realize it. A lot of popular TV shows like South Park, they include some Zen teachings in their episodes from time to time. My Name is Earl. That's a good show that references a lot of Buddhist teachings like, you know, karma and a couple of the others. And I think that about covers it. So Buddhism started in India and then through 3 transmissions spread through Asia into the Middle East and then made its way to Europe and in turn the Americas and around the world after that. Thank you.